What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're gonna be going over the top 10 shooting guards right now in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Now, before we dive into it, guys, I want to give honorable mention shout-outs, okay? Honorable mention, guys, that didn't make the list, that were close. Anthony Edwards first. You guys might be like, what? Ant's not a top 10 shooting guard? Not quite. I know you guys might be upset about it. It is what it is. DeMar DeRozan, also close, but just couldn't quite make the cut. Who do I prefer, DeMar or Ant? I don't know. And last guy is Benedict Mathurin. Now, here's the deal, guys. All three of these guys are really, really solid at what they do. They're just not quite top 10 shooting guards in my team. And as we dive into number 10 on the list, guys, if you are new to the channel, man, make sure to smash that subscribe button as we're on the road towards 100,000 subscribers. Michael Finley, 6'7", 6'10", wingspan, out spots from everywhere, 33 out of the favors, 34 on gold. Stat-wise, pretty solid all the way around. Maybe would like to see the standing dunk a little bit higher, but 84 block, 89 interior. Again, things you'd like to see a little bit higher, but are okay. Why do people like Mike Finley? Well, it's how he moves. I mean, quick dribble style, D-Rose, size up with the tray, sides of escape, Scottie moving by the back. Only the basic leaner, which is interesting, does have quick drops off of one, though, so you can't really shoot leaners with Michael Finley. For Michael Finley, it's surely going to be about his movement, creating shots for himself as well as others, and, you know, getting to the rim with those quick drop dunks. I don't love his release, no leaners. That's why he's not any higher, but he still does deserve his spot number 10 on this list. Spot number 9, coming in at number 9, we do have Richard Jefferson. I might be the only guy to be as high on Richard Jefferson as I am, and that is a-okay. Now, one thing I would say, he only lacks one badge. So how you get Richard Jefferson, or how you got him nearly a month and a half ago, is how he still can stay. You don't need to apply any badges to him. Basically, what you're getting here, you're getting a jump shot 49. You know who has that release? J.R. Smith. Now, we can't get J.R. Smith this year, so that's basically what Richard Jefferson is. I would say Michael Finley's movement is better, but I think Richard Jefferson does everything else on the court that little bit better. At number 8, Klay Thompson, invincible card, 6'6", 6'9", wingspan, out spots from everywhere, 65 out of the favors, 11 on gold. Klay's okay. That's all there is to say about it. He's just okay. He's not great in my team. Release-wise, Klay on very quick is fine. Normal leaner, quick dribble style, Kobe size escape, day moving by the back, does have quick drop dunks. I just have a hard time seeing Klay be any higher than 8. Is he better than Richard Jefferson? I mean, I think so. Is he better than Ant? I think so. Is he better than Michael Finley? Probably. But he's just not great. Klay definitely had his time with the Galaxy Opals earlier on in my team, even with the Diamond Glitch Klay. He was absolutely elite. Klay's just not necessarily next level good anymore. Kobe Bryant coming in here number 7. I see some people saying Kobe Bryant's not a top 10 as shooting guard in the entire game. And are y'all crazy? He's still got Kobe base on very quick. I mean, look, a lot of you guys are going to say Kobe over Klay. Really? A lot of this has to do with this is both current gen and next gen. On next gen, I do prefer Klay. On current gen, I way prefer Kobe Bryant. And it's just that easy, that simple. Kobe's movement is not the best, but I absolutely am in love with his release. That's why he's one step higher than Klay, coming in at number 7, but don't love either of them. And I'd be lying to say I love Paul George either. I mean, he's coming in here at number 6, and you guys are going to hate my number 5. I already know it. But for Paul George, what you guys got to see is he's 6'9", okay, with the 6'11" wingspan. You got to see that, because defensively he's going to be one of the best shooting guards in the entire game. Now, what you also have to see is that he still has the Paul George release. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, Ty, the Paul George release is chick. Ty, the Paul George release is good. Look, whatever works for you guys, that's fine. For me, it doesn't work. I do not like the Paul George release. I do not like his movement. And those two things hurt the card. Say what you want. Those things definitely hurt the card quite a bit. He's not horrible. Just think there are better options in my team for this stage. And that includes this guy right here. I think Scottie, Pippen, and Paul George are about the same cards. It really comes down to animations and who you prefer. Do I prefer jump shot 30 or Paul George release? I don't know. I think they're about the same. I would say I prefer Scottie's movement by a little bit. I think it's close, but I personally like the Kobe size up, and that's why I like it more. I know he doesn't have the leaner, but my thing is this. If you've picked up Scottie at the beginning of May, in my opinion, you still have got a top 5 shooting guard in the entire game. Now, that's my opinion on things. Look, I like Scottie. I'm higher on Scottie than the majority of people in the MyTEAM community, but that's what makes this list my list. Coming in here at number 4, Mr. Rudy Gay. Now, I'm hoping we get a new Rudy really soon, and I know a lot of people are like, Ty, you gas Rudy so badly, and I'm okay with gassing Rudy. I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. Quick dribble style, Scottie movement on the back, Rudy base on very quick, normal 2-leaner. It's fine. People love the normal 2-leaner. I'm not necessarily the highest on it. Now, why I like Rudy is he's basically like Scottie Pippen with a larger player build. He has a better release, and that's really it. He's basically a Scottie Pippen with a better release and wider player build. Now, I get it. Scottie Pippen's stats are still going to be that little bit better. But I think it's hard to argue a guy like Paul George over Rudy. I really do. Unless you really like Paul George release like that, I personally just do not see that in my team. Now, I will say the top 3 run away from the pack. I do love T-Mac a lot more than Rudy. 6'8", 7'2" wingspan, out spots, 5 hours, 65 Hall of Famers, 13 on goal. The card that came out a month ago still is absolutely elite. Trey Burke base, very quick, normal leaner, quick dribble style, Kobe size escape. Movement by the back's not great, but that's really the only flaw with this Tracy McGrady card. The reason I like T-Mac so much is because of how good he is on the defensive end of the court. I know offensively he's good. I know that. I know that Trey Burke base is good. But the reason I like T-Mac is because he's 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan. I mean, that player model cannot be, overlooked. That player model is really solid in my team. And so that is why I personally am so high on Tracy McGrady in my team. Coming in at number 2 here, we've got Kawhi Leonard's invincible card, 6'7", 7'3" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 65 Hall of Famers, 12 on goal. Every shooting badge of the game, every defensive badge of the game, and his movement's not even bad. I know his movement's not great, but it's not bad. He's got quick drops. In my opinion, the easiest release to green in the entire game. If you don't like Kawhi Leonard, it's a you problem, not a him problem. It's that simple. Kawhi Leonard is absolutely magnificent in my team. There's no other way to describe it. The dude's magnificent. I think you can play him at this shooting guard position too and get away with it. But at this point, with his movement being as good as it is, I'm fine with him. If you want to have him at number 1, do your thing. I still believe, though, because of how good Michael Jordan is, you got to put him at number 1. And I know a lot of people like running MJ at the point guard position. So if that's you, forget what I'm even talking about. But I think MJ at the 2 is so good. You got guys like Luka and Invincible Ben, in which I think can move MJ to that shooting guard position, and you could be just fine with him there. He can still run your offense. You just got to call for him to come get the ball. 6'6", 6'11" wingspan. The card is perfect, man. He's one of the best on-ball defenders in the entire game. And I don't know what it is. I know his tendencies are good, whatever, but there's just something about Michael Jordan that defensively I really love. And I don't even know what it is. I really have no clue what it is, but I love his defense. Offensively, he can dribble really well. I can't move that well with MJ because I hardly do know how to dribble, but he can dribble well. MJ base on very quick is super smooth. Basically, every single badge in the entire game, MJ overall is my best shooting guard in the entire game. So let's talk about it, guys. Are you guys mad that I left off some of these players like Anthony Edwards, like a D-Wade? Maybe, I guess D-Wade's more of a point guard, but maybe you guys are a big like Hondo fan on current gen and are like, where is he at? Maybe OG Anunoby, the new limited reward. If you guys are upset that I left anybody off this list, let me know who you guys are upset about down below in the comments. Again, there are a lot of good small forwards or shooting guards in my team. And so you really got to kind of pick and choose your spots. This is ultimately where I did wind up with my top 10. It's going to wrap it up for my video today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.